The Ahupu'a and European Contract by Daniel Felina Aquino. Summarized reading and video. The video Learning from the Lakta, it talks about how the country Lakta was transitioned from an industrial society to a Western society and economy. It compares the life of the people in Lakta before and after modernization and social and political effects. The story, Hawaii Under the Influence, it talks about the effects of Captain Cook along with his Englishmen coming to Hawaii. This was the start of Hawaii's takeover. Identify key points and personal connections about historical events in Hawaii. So in the story, Hawaii Under the Influence, Captain Cook is coming to Hawaii, and also a change in the lifestyle, the economical system, and political system of the Hawaiian culture. So as Captain Cook is coming to Hawaii with his Englishmen, during this time, it was a time where a new world is coming. It was a new world set of new ideas. So because of Hawaii's isolation from the world and the discovery of it to the Captain Cook and the Englishmen, they decided this was their chance for world power. Also, because of the change of lifestyle, they used Hawaii's natural resources for trade instead of using it for its purpose and giving it to other countries. As for political system, they would be the ones taking control of the people instead of the natural leaders that were already there. This was the start of the takeover. How the personal connections affects us today is that traditional Hawaiians are just modernization culture. They are fighting back for the Hawaiian culture that they made. And the buildings ruins nature and the value of Hawaii, and Hawaii is not independent. The traditional Hawaiians, they would make protests, and some of them don't live in buildings. Some of them will live in the beach, trying to go with nature. Also, a lot of people don't realize the value of land as soon as the buildings is built, and they forgot the purpose of the land. Also, because Hawaii is part of United States control, we are not considered as an independent state. Look at the types of jobs that were created in the video. The changes in technology and the change in relationships make broader connections to how those are addressed in Hawaii today. The jobs and culture are learning from the Lakta before modernization. The jobs were household responsibilities and family rotation and gathering the herd. The household responsibilities of Lakta were focused in maintaining and building a home. They would also use their skill and knowledge to provide the needs of their family. The family rotation on calendar herd is basically having a rotation with other families to watching the herd so that they would all have an equal part in helping the community out. As for relationships, the Laktas were always close with their people. They would always gather themselves in situations, whether it be a birth, death, or a gathering where they will celebrate all the things they have done for each other. They have a strong relationship with Earth. Nature is their life because it is their resource. So they promise they will take good care of it and they will always make sure that nothing happens to it. As for modernized Lakta, they are focused on the modern influence and economics. As of right now, nothing is free. Consumed goods and services must be paid if they're wanted. They cannot just rely on having it for free. As for the educational system, they are now focused on textbooks and also preparing for modernized jobs instead of learning knowledge and skill. The transition and value now focus on themselves. Right now, they focus on bettering themselves by adapting and evolving with the trends instead of helping others out. As for nature and surroundings, the people of Lakta are now taking it for granted. They have lost the value of nature and due to its loss of culture. As of right now, the place of Lakta is now polluted with dirt and gases due to modernized technology. Families are separated into sections where one family will be richer than the other. The responsibilities of a family has become more separated. One will be in school, one will be in career, and one will be providing the needs of the family. For the economic system and government, people are required to have a job or employment, along with payments and dues required. Hawaii today, there is a lot of construction of roads and buildings in the land. Because of this, not a land is available to be seen anymore, and Hawaii has become more congested. Along with the decreasing of traditional culture, speaking the language and hula are not really famously taught here anymore. Instead, the youth are following the traditions and the culture of the Western world. What I learned from the video of learning of Lakta and reading the story of Hawaii under the influence is about the effects of modernization. Modernization makes us forget the traditional ways to do things. It doesn't only change the way we live, but also what we value. It makes us only focus on the purpose of an idea, but not the effect it will create on the sidelines. It is good to adapt to new cultures or lifestyles so that we can receive a new understanding. But we should find a middle ground where we can balance our ideas and our traditions so that we can show values to both of ourselves and our culture.